Back here on the Cover 3 podcast, keeping it rolling with big game breakdowns. Missouri and Vanderbilt each have one loss on the season. That loss is to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Missouri, of course, is coming into this game after surviving a hell of an evening down on the plains. They end up escaping with an overtime win. Vanderbilt handing, as we mentioned earlier, just the hammer to LSU, being able to really take control of that game. Big win at home. Second straight home game for Vanderbilt. Danny, is there any worry about a letdown here? I mean,
Come on.
I
This is
mean,
Vanderbilt we're talking about. They're going to be fired. There ain't no look over. There ain't no look ahead spot. I heard Barton Simmons say we still got work to do.
Yep.
I heard him say that right here on the post-game reaction show. I don't think so, because I don't think you're in the luxury of that position where it's somewhere who's been in this position a long time. Like I think those players, I think the leadership is strong with Diego Pavia. Yes, there's always human nature that creeps in, but I think this team feels like they have an opportunity to do something special. So I don't think there's a letdown spot. Game day's there. I mean, I don't think that's the case. I do think it's going to be a really good game. I think they're going to have their hands full with a good opponent, but I don't think if they lost, I don't think it's, they must have taken Missouri lightly.
Yeah, I can't see this being a letdown. I mean, this is like, these are two kind of evenly matched teams, right?
Oh, no, look, it is super, super fun in terms of the way you're looking at the matchup, the two different quarterbacks, the way that they can make plays, especially with their legs, the way that both teams want to run the football, but it's not necessarily a ground and pound 3 yards in a cloud of dust run the football. It is a create explosive plays through the run game brand of football. We've got a Missouri defensive line that is very, very intimidating, but Vanderbilt just did a good job of opening up holes and getting pushed against LSU's defensive line. It is not necessarily a letdown or a hangover, but it is a test. Absolutely. Last year, Vanderbilt did not do a good job of handling success. There's a lot of different ways that we've talked about them being able to show maturity and be able to continue to stack success on success. You didn't go on the road. You won at home. You spent all week being at home. Preparations are, I think this is a good test, one that they can pass, but I just think that you have to acknowledge it's been a really good week around the program in Nashville.
Agreed, but I don't think they were as good last year as they are this year.
I would agree. Yeah.
So I think some of that might not have been in success related. It might have been the roster wasn't as good.
How concerned are you guys on a scale of 1 to 10 about the Mizzou offense?
A little bit. We had some viewers, in the Twitter DMs. Hey, have you seen Hardy's numbers when he started playing better teams? Like, were some of his broken tackle stuff? Was he just a schedule merchant? And no, that's a real thing, right?
Yeah.
They're right there in front of you on the screen. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Like, man, that is well timed. Tom, I didn't mean to steal your point. If that was what you were going to say, then go.
No. That's just Mikey doing a great job.
Man, that is just
point to the passer
we are
on
mid-season
Mikey.
form, boys. No letdown week for us. Look at that. Yeah, because I don't think that Bo is like a plus level passer. So if the run game's not going, they are not going to beat you just dropping back. They have got to hit you with the manufactured explosives off the play action stuff, which is that's a good way to run college offense. And Eli and Moore do a great job of that. But like Vandy's a little bit harder to run on this year. Although, Bama did it, but Bama's got a pretty good O-line. And they also, threw the ball on them okay. I trust Pavia a lot more than I trust Bo.
Yeah.
But if you got to be able to threaten Missouri through the air, I think.
Yeah,
go ahead, Tom.
Hardy is part of it, but he's a big part of it the last 2 games because he just hasn't gotten going. But I do feel like as a whole, this offense just is not playing nearly as well as it had been to start the season. Like, take out the UMass game, but like South Carolina, Alabama, Auburn, as soon as they've gotten into conference play, which is natural, that's going to happen for everybody. But it's just there's been a very steep drop off. I think particularly, I think the offensive line has struggled, but they've been banged up there at times too. But I don't know. Like, this is a Vanderbilt offense that ranks first in the country in points per drive, They are 5th in success rate. Like, this is a really good offense that they're going to be going up against. And Mizzou's defense is very good. So I don't think I'll predict Vandy's only the 2nd or 3rd best offense come next Sunday, because they probably won't have a great day here. But Mizzou, the last, they're 103rd in the nation in team whoopsie-daisy rate. Like, they've started to slow down. They're putting the ball in danger. I think that you're going on to a spot here where, you can't really afford to make those kind of mistakes. And I'm concerned that they're going to have problems here, because they're also, again, it's on the road. They've only been on the road once before, and they won the game, but it was against Auburn. So it's a 2nd straight road trip. And then on the other side, I do think the most interesting thing here for me is Missouri is 2nd in the nation in pressure rate as far as getting to the quarterback. But when you're going up against Diego Pavia, do you want to kind of change your approach? Like, do you want to go after him and give him escape lanes, or are you going to try to pen him in and force him to beat you in the passing game? I think that's one interesting part of this matchup that's going to be worth keeping an eye on. And it's an interesting part that I think could really help Mizzou alleviate any offensive concerns.
I think it's a great point. It's also like, how many true pass rush opportunities you're going to get. Like
Vanderbilt does such a good job of staying on schedule and not creating the obvious 3rd and long. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They do a good job of that.
To the people in the chat saying that the Bama D and the Auburn D are way better than Vandy. I mean, kind of.
I mean, I would agree they're better. Yeah.
I mean, they're better, but it's not like Vandy's running out the Arkansas defense. They're probably, like, Vandy to me is still a top half defense in the Power 4. Auburn's pretty good.
I think the fundamental flaw of having a downfield passing attack that does not appear to be respected by your quality opponents is just something that, when you're looking at a football game, it's going to be really tough to get over. But and it will take extra effort by Bo Pribula, by Ahmad Hardy, by Missouri's defense to maybe try to force some turnovers or get some red zone stops. I mean, we talked about it on Saturday night. Diego Pavia, like, what's the difference between the Alabama game and the LSU game? Red zone turnovers. Like, that was a game against the Tide until it wasn't into the second half. If you're Vanderbilt, I mean, if you are Missouri, you better hope you can do that, because if you can't force turnovers, Vanderbilt will control this game in the same way that they did against LSU.
Can I ask the chat a question?
Man, don't be. Come on.
No. I'm being honest.
We have a good Missouri contingent, though.
Yeah, because, like, they're saying that they are the Pavia stopper. Last year, in your, like, impressive 30-27 win over Vanderbilt, Pavia had 2 touchdowns passing and he rushed for 84 yards. Like, I don't feel like you completely stopped him.
I'd agree with that. I mean, we'll have official locks tomorrow, but is anybody going to throw this one on there?
Not a side. Maybe one of the totals here.
Yeah.
I think it could be pointsy.
Yep. I would agree with that. 100%.
By the way, to the idea that I think these are 2 really evenly matched teams, FPI has them 15th and 16th, like, literally right there.
I mean, and the market's power ratings will agree with that as well. Vanderbilt's a 2.5 point favorite at home against Missouri.